I can't believe it's over. True Blood series final episode review. Is what I think. The last episode.
I am the nonsense man. In the middle of the woods, I am a nonsense man. Living in the kitchen with the pots and pans. We are the nonsense men. Swimming in the desert with the scorpions. I am a nonsense man. I live in the garbage with the trash and cans. We are the nonsense men.
True Blood. Wasn't the best show on TV, but it was very well loved. And I was very fond of it. There was things I didn't like about it, and as the show went on, my love turned into pissed off about it because they changed so fucking much from the books. That the Suki Stuckhouse novels that were great books. I've actually read them myself, and there are things in it that when I was watching True Blood, I was expecting them to not change it this fucking much. They just took books. Trash. Fuck it. Just make our own story. That's what they did. I mean, I was happy they kept Lafayette alive. He was fucking awesome and funny as hell. And he became one of my favorite characters. And Suki Bill became a dick like he did in the books a little bit. Eric is my favorite character. He's just badass and funny like he is in the books. Starts out as a dick and then he turns so cool. It went on, it was just a fuck you to all the fans who read the Suki Stackhouse novels, and in a way that's kind of fucked up, but it has some story going good, and I'm a fan of both books in the show, and well, it just kind of starting to suck as it went on. A lot of the characters we loved either died or just weren't in it as much. And this episode was good and bad. There was an unanswered question at the very end. Well, basically, Bill is still like, Suki! And he is dying from the HPV or vampiretitis or blood what the fuck ever. It's pretty much like a disease that vampires get and spread, and there can be human carriers, but the humans don't really get affected before it anyway. He chose to get, instead of taking a cure, which was the Sarah Newland bitch, because she swallowed all the cure, who also made the disease in this lab and shit. He had a chance to take the cure, and he's like, no. So he had some fucking dream that Suki can't carry a child, really, because he's a vampire, and he wanted more life for her, so he chose to fucking die. And he asked her the unthinkable if she'll use her light fairy powers, which she ends up not really doing, because so like, oh, I can't kill him, I love you, blah blah. Well, Eric has the coolest part in the whole show, because he takes care of this Sarah Newland bitch and the fucking Asian dude who sounds like he's in a Western film. And takes care of all this, the Yakuza people, and him and Pam have their own thing going on. That's really. And at one point, after he kills all of them, he has dead bodies in his car. He's just like this, and the car's like. I'm like, yeah. But after that, then it started to get Bill and everything. Like after Eric had his own parts and everything, he's not in it as much. This is mainly centered on Bill, Suki, and all the rest of them. And while my favorite characters aren't as much. Oh, and there's a gunshot between Jessica and Hoyt because Bill pretty much wanted Hoyt to marry her before he dies, so we'll get to see that before he dies. And it's kind of. And Jason still has a black eye. Basically, the whole thing is Bill fucking actually does die. She stakes him through the heart, Suki does, and laying the coffin together, blood goes everywhere on her. Yeah, the end episode of Bill dying. That's how this all fucking ends. Yeah. fuck you. That's what I'm gonna say. Fuck you. I mean, Bill was my favorite character. He wasn't my favorite character in the books either, but you just kill him off. But you guys make money off the show. There's so many stories in the books to keep going with. The Fey War, all that. You didn't have Bubba, the Elvis vampire, in it. Why? You could make so much fucking money, and all the fans would have been happy, but you just couldn't fucking do it. Ugh. HBO. But come the fuck up. And basically, the part with Eric again is Eric and Pam start running their own business of New Blood, which is pretty much the cure for that hepatitis V shit, and it cures the disease slowly. So it shows them pretty much getting rich, which should talk about maybe having a spin-off where it shows them two together, and that'd be fucking awesome. Because Eric's my favorite character. So I want that to happen. Please give us more something, and don't just be like, fuck you guys, we're done. That ain't cool. Come on. What about the fans? Come on. What about the fans? Come on! And it basically ends with her being together with some new guy, and you can't see him. You don't fucking see him. You just see his back and him dunking this turkey to fry it for this big meal they have. And it shows Lafayette with his new guy who was Jessica's ex. It shows her and Hoy, and a lot of breastfeeding for some reason. That was kind of random. And they're all happy together and everything. And they never show the mystery guy who she's with. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was hoping it was this, I think it's a were-tiger that's in the book that she gets with. That'd been awesome if that was him. That's what fans were probably hoping for too, but nope. That kid also never shows up in the fucking show. And it ends there. And then it really, really ends with Pam and Eric doing their whole show thing. This show thing, and then selling their blood, the new blood and shit. So I would give it a like 8 out of 10 or 7 out of 10. Just I was sad the show ended, and we just shouldn't have like that. Well, that's what I think of it. I hope they do something else with it, or the Charlene Harris needs to make maybe a movie or something. Just don't leave it dead like this, guys. Alright? Hope you guys like this video. Peace.